There was an orphan boy who lived in a small town near the coast. Since he was a child, he loved the sea more than anything in this world, and the sea loved him too. The boy used to spend most of his time surfing the sea's waves. He used to draw nice sketches on the sands of the beach. The boy learned to draw many beautiful things, such as people, animals, snails, and scenes of the sea. The waves meant a lot to him. They were calling him each morning by his name. It was a mysterious relationship between the boy and the sea. When the boy grew up, the sea became his subject and inspiration for painting, and the boy became one of the most famous artists in the city. He was well known among people as the painter of the sea, and the sea was his purpose, and the blue color outshined all his paintings. So the artist's paintings became a public excitement. Near the sea, he built his small hut because he wanted to live near his inspirations. He was amazed by the beauty of the sea. His color told one thing in his painting. He loved blue. He was the only one who knew the sea's language. His ears learned to listen and understand the sea's waves when they performed music. The waves entertained the artist by playing charming music on the rocks while he was painting. The music gave his talent the light to bloom like lilies. The sound of the waves was such a song to translate the beauty of nature. The light summer wind stirring amidst the waves was his last painting. It was a beautiful piece that showed the spirit of love and beauty. Purple was there in his paintings, but only a little to show the sunset. There is nothing in this world more worthy to be painted than the sea's beauty, and there is no color more worthy to be used than blue, he said to himself. Every morning, he held his easel and his brushes and paintings, walking on the soft sand, looking for strange and wonderful views for his canvas. When he felt tired, he sat down on the big rock to take some rest from the long walk and from his deep thoughts. He opened his eyes and closed them often, to give his creativity wings to fly in the unlimited space. He closed his eyes, placed his hands upon his eyelids, and started dreaming, with a pure, free mind. The artist found in his dream something unexpected that had been gathering dust for a long time. He wanted to open his eyes again, but his soul was scared of waking up from that dream. He was swimming in his imagination like a small creature in the ocean, and he did not want to leave that world. He took a deep breath and hoped his fancy world, which was made from his inspiration and reality, would continue forever. It was a real subject, created by his gift and his love, and it surrounded him. He opened his eyes again, to merge his dream with reality. The ideal scene was the spirit of the fact, and it was just a dream, but unfortunately, he thought it was real. The waves calmed down and stopped playing its rhythmical drum on the rocks, while everyone stared in amazement to see what had happened. The sea, with all his proud blue color, became silent. The sea realized that it could not inspire the artist anymore, and the waves were carrying their amazement on their heads. There was a statement written on the wind. The moon could deceive and hide the truth only during the night, and only when the sun shone in other parts of the world. But when the sun shines, the truth tells that life is a reflection of the sun's giving or blessing or open-handedness. The moon hides itself during the daylight, so the sea hides itself as the true beauty appeared. And that was his new inspiration that had changed everything. There were two extraordinary eyes with green color. Only the artist could see their true color. They were full of life. The artist could just catch the gleam of them. He was hardly able to bear the burden of their beauty. It was a pure green color that embraced purple with a little blue color. The purple and the blue colors were beating like the heart of the bird in her eyes. He woke up quickly from his reverie and said to himself, "I will paint them." But he remembered that he had no green colors, for all his colors were blue. "I will throw them all. I do not need them any more," he said as he opened his bag. He was not surprised that all the colors he had before had become green and purple and a little blue. His entire world changed to be green with purple and a little blue. He started to paint eyes. He used his brushes and his fingers to mix the green on his plate and then spread them on his painting. This is a true inspiration, he was talking to himself. Time flew quickly, and the sun began to set. The darkness started to put its hands between him and his painting, so that its features were hidden, and his painting was covered with black. The sun started to bend to the dark. "Please wait. Do not go," he begged the sun. "Do not close my open eyes, because her eyes will be directed somewhere else away from mine. I can't bear to be apart from them. Do not give the dark the reason to take the most amazing and beautiful thing I have ever seen." His easel was shaking under his brushes, as he was tremulous in each point or line he painted. But the sun did not listen to him. It was the sun's duty to go away, and the night gave a wide smile to hide everything by its dark clothes. The dark night had taken the reality from him, but it could not take away his dream. He still saw her green eyes, shaded with purple and a little blue in them. The artist spent all night talking and looking at the sky, which was full of unusual stars. "Where are your blue colors? Why do you appear green at night?" he was asking the stars. The stars were like notes of music, scattered everywhere in the sky. Some appeared and others disappeared, but the stars could not help comforting him. The sea was listening to him, and it recognized the gloomy fact that he was lost forever. Because the stars still dressed in the same blue colors, and they did not change as the artist believed. The night saw the pain and sadness coming out from the artist's face like a flood, and the night felt shame and decided to leave early. The sun was given the power to rule the kingdom of life again. Pleasure and hope passed across the artist's face, but he was frightened when he saw the morning star showing up as a sign at the end of the night. "I will see her again," he said to himself. "I will put everything, my soul, emotions, and thoughts for myself, in that painting." The sun started to shine again, surrounding the world by its warm lights. Birds and flowers were greeting the sun with welcoming songs and spectacular smiles. The sun's rays were like crystal, moving on the surface of the water. He was so excited to see her again, but she disappeared forever. She went and took all the splendid things with her, and his life now was such as a dark stone without light. He still had a little hope. The artist told himself she would reason again. "I should wait for her," the artist shouted in all his might. "Green eyes, green eyes!" But no response. The sea was furious and shocked to see him like a statue of sadness waiting. With a new, sad music, this time the sea tried to show him his passion by playing its music again. The rocks were shaking like drums, and the waves were like the best drummers that had ever been heard. But the only music the artist could listen to was the green color, with purple and a little blue in it. This song was repeated in his mind over and over. The sea tried to tell him, "I am your inspiration. Come back to me. We cannot be apart from each other." The features of the artist's face showed that he did not understand the sea's language as he did before. His language now consisted of little words, repeated forever in his mind by her voice. Green with purple and a little blue. That was what she told him when he asked her what color she liked. And that was his secret, because he did not tell her that her eyes were the same color she liked. She had always thought that her eyes were only green. The artist leaned on the big rock behind him. He opened and closed his eyes often, for he hoped that one day he would see her again, with her marvelous smile. His love inspired him to wait for her, and continue in this life. He sat in the same place waiting for years and years. He used all his efforts and passion to create her image in that painting, but there was one thing still that he felt was missing. At that moment, the rocks the artist was leaning on started to talk to him. Spring has all kinds of beautiful green colors. It shines with blooming trees, with purple flowers, and a little blue. She will meet you in spring, so go to spring and ask about her. The rocks told the artist to take the way behind the rocks. The artist said, "Yes, I will do anything that could make me meet her again." He walked with his dream in the foggy way. It was hard for him to see his steps, as the white fog was everywhere. The artist did not care, as her song still gave him hope. Green, purple, with a little blue. The fog started to disappear in front of him, and he could see the stunning sight of spring. And he could smell the beautiful scent of flowers. It was spring here, and he might find what he was looking for. The real beauty, real inspiration, and all the green and beautiful colors you are looking for, with purple flowers and with a little blue in them, are here, the spring said. And I will be your subject, and your inspiration forever. The artist was very excited to hear that, and started looking everywhere the green color erupted, and the purple flowers with a little blue appeared. But there was nothing that could match her beauty. The artist's canvas was still without any painting, and the time stopped running again, and everything became silent. The spring was listening to his voice, shaking with deep sadness. The artist's works made the spring lose its brightness, and thus all its flowers and the tree leaves went down, and the winter came. The artist looked to his picture's reflection in the water with a sad face, and tears dropped from his eyes in the water of the river. The river formed from the artist's tears a boat, and sent him that boat with words written on it. The artist could read the words on the boat, even though they were written in strange language. Your destiny will start from the moment you step in, the spring said. And I will be your subject, and your inspiration forever. The artist stepped in, and the boat took him down the river to the sea again. The artist faced his old inspiration. The artist saw his painting still on his easel, without any change. It was waiting for him with a beautiful smile. Yes, she was a mermaid, singing a beautiful song to him. She liked green and purple, with a little blue in it. The artist looked at the sea, and whispered many words, using the same sea's language. He understood the sea again. He went to give his soul to the sea. The artist begged the waves to mix his soul with green and purple and a little blue from the artist's plate, and put color with it in her eyes. So he would be part of his paintings forever. The artist gave his soul to the sea, and the sea did as it promised. The artist went from reality to life and his dream forever. The artist and his painting became one.